What's up, Ragin Nation? My name is Alex. You're watching the Ragin Ronin review. In this video, I want to talk about some upcoming movies. Universal Studios has sequels for us, and that is for Ted and the Bourne Legacy. Ted made $400 million worldwide. Who would have known that a crude talking teddy bear would make that much money? $200 million of it came from North American domestic box office, and the rest of the $200 million came from the international market. So Universal Studios is thinking right away, cha-ching, you know, they want to see some more money, so bring on the sequel. For me, I felt that Ted was a great movie, but it really didn't need a sequel. It doesn't need a sequel, but of course, you know, the studio executives are just looking at money. I'm just thinking that the movie works on its own. It's a movie that's successful as a standalone movie, but I think they see a franchise going on here, and they want to bring to the audience the adventures of Mark Wahlberg's character and Ted. And of course, I'm down for it. As for the other sequel, they got the Bourne Legacy coming out, or otherwise known as the 5th installment in the Bourne movie franchise. The Bourne Legacy was okay. It wasn't great, it was just okay. But I do want to see it continue because I like Jeremy Renner playing Aaron Cross in this ongoing franchise. I don't know if the next installment is going to be based off the novel by Robert Ludlum, because technically they can do whatever they want with the story because they've already established the character. The Bourne Legacy made $100 million in the North American domestic box office and $82 million internationally. Even though it can't match Ted's $400 million box office take, it's still a franchise that has a fan following. Therefore, as long as they're continuing the franchise, people will go see it. But still, you cannot beat the Bourne Ultimatum, which is the best in the franchise. Anyways, that's enough about Universal. What I gotta talk about is Warner Brothers and Legendary Pictures are teaming up for the next Godzilla movie, and I'm really excited about this. They already announced a date for it, and that is May 16th, 2014, and it's gonna go head to head with Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean Ninja Turtles. But I'm not here to talk about Ninja Turtles, let's talk about Godzilla. I'll be completely honest, I never really followed Godzilla. I'm talking about the original Japanese movie series. I never followed that, but I do know of it. I really like the concept. You have a lizard exposed to radiation and then it becomes an overgrown giant monster. That is really cool. In fact, it is its own genre. That is the giant monster genre, and we don't get a whole lot of movies like this. You got King Kong, you got Godzilla, and most recently, 4 years ago, you got Cloverfield, which is pretty much a modern take on Godzilla, but from the first-person point of view. When J.J. Abrams was in Tokyo, he saw a Godzilla toy in some kind of a Japanese shop, and then he was thinking to himself that American audiences haven't seen a big, giant monster movie, like a Godzilla-scale monster movie, and that's why he made Cloverfield, which I actually really enjoyed. It wasn't for everybody, but I really enjoyed it, because I like that concept of this giant thing, this giant monster roaming around the city, just thrashing buildings around and just throwing tanks and helicopters at people. That is cool. And of course, you have to bring in the military to fight him off. Other than Cloverfield, there was King Kong by Peter Jackson. But you know what? We don't get too many of these movies, and I want to see more of it. So I'm really excited about Godzilla. Like I said before, I never really followed the originals, but if you're exposed to that kind of pop culture, you'll know more about it through other forms of media. For example, I knew that Godzilla fought a mechanized version of himself called Mechagodzilla, and then he fought a giant butterfly called Mothra, and I think he also fought King Kong. But anyways, that's all I really know about this movie. It's directed by Gareth Edwards, and it will be presented in 3D. Whether it's going to be post-converted or shot in 3D, I don't know yet, but it will be in 3D. The last time we saw a Godzilla movie was 14 years ago, and that was from the production team behind Centropolis Entertainment, and that is from director Roland Emmerich and producer Dean Devlin. They're the guys behind Independence Day, 2012, and The Day After Tomorrow. So they're responsible for some pretty big disaster flicks. However, out of those 4 movies that they have made, Godzilla was the silliest one. It went from a really tame Godzilla movie to Lost World Jurassic Park. And that's when they introduced all those baby Godzillas, and then it just didn't feel like a Godzilla movie. Godzilla's supposed to be a giant monster just destroying things. But the Godzilla that they made 14 years ago was really not that, and it really didn't give the fans what they wanted. I think the best scene in that movie was really during that helicopter chase where those Apaches were like shooting at it and being chased by Godzilla. I think out of the entire movie, that was the best scene. But other than that, the movie had a lot of problems, and I know for a Godzilla movie, they could do better than that. Gareth Edwards mentioned that this is going to be a more serious Godzilla. It's going to be more gritty and violent and more realistic. And that's exactly what we want. I want to see some serious city destruction and chaos. Mark your calendars, May 16th, 2014, Godzilla is coming your way. Anyways, that's all I have to say for you in this video. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more movie updates, hit that subscribe button. If you want to talk about more movies and talk about Godzilla on Facebook, like my Facebook page, The Ragin Nation. And also, if you want to follow me on Twitter for some exclusive Twitter movie content, follow me at Ragin Nation. My name is Alex Yu, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. Not a superhero. And I completely agree with that. However, in the world of comics, they're in the same category. The Avengers is a near perfect movie.